TaxAid filing print options are very diverse. You can print the form and related instructions one at a time or in bulk. You can also print the forms by payer in a format that is ready to mail with the forms pre-positioned for use with standard, tax form specific, or windowed envelopes. Here are the instructions to print out the forms using standard tax industry blank perforated stock with form instructions pre-printed on the back of the form. The perforated forms are designed to fit into standard tax form mailing envelopes. One tip to consider: make sure your browser security settings are not blocking pop-up windows. Step 1 is to select print forms, which can be accessed from your dashboard. Step 2, before selecting your payer, click on Print Settings. At this point, you can go a couple of routes here. First, by clicking on Print Settings, you can default to perforated paper. This allows you to print all of a payer's forms at one time on paper that is perforated and positioned to fit in special tax form envelopes. The second option is that you could select a payer, but you need to use caution here. You still need to set up your print settings. If you don't, the printout may default to one recipient at a time. And an important navigation tip: when clicking on print settings, it opens up a new navigation tab in your browser. So after finishing your print setups, you need to go back to your filing tab on the top of your browser window. Step 3. This is very important. This is where you can default your settings to print on perforated mailable forms using standard tax forms and mailing envelopes. Make sure recipient copy is selected, and then you can select perforated from the drop-down menu. In this example, we are going to print 1099 NECs for recipients. So select Recipients up here, and then click on the Form button, and then select Perforated. When you do this, notice the layout automatically changes to the correct paper format. In the case of a 1099 NEC, it's a 3-up form. Go through this process for all of your other form types that you have that you will be submitting. Then click Save Changes. After you click Save Changes, the following screen will pop up and disappear. To file, click on the Navigation tab on the top of your browser window. Step number 4 is printing your forms. To print the forms, TaxAid Filing creates print-ready PDFs. Depending on the size of the run and how busy our servers are, it may take a little bit of time to create these PDFs. So after you are in this window here, the first step is to select the form tab type. So for this example, we're doing a 1099 or a W-2. Next, select the payer checkbox below. Then select the form to print. Please note that the colors here may be different for this walkthrough, as we are using a test account with test data. When you click on Print Copies, this pop-up screen will appear. A couple of things to note. First, you need to select whether you wish to mask the taxpayer identification numbers. We strongly recommend that you do. Number 2, and this is very important, if you have not set up correct print settings, you may be disappointed in your output. You still have a chance to correct this problem by clicking on Advanced Print Settings right up here. It brings you to the same print setup area we reviewed earlier in step 3. But there's one more important point, which leads us to step 5. Step number 5 is to revisit the print setup screen here and to set up each copy type. You'll select the appropriate format. In this case, we're going to select Perforated for a W2, and then the layout. The important point here is that you need to set up your print preferences for each copy type. So do this setup 3 times, one for the recipient copy, once for the payer copy, and once for the state copy to ensure each output is the way you would like it. Remember to navigate back to printing your forms. Look at the top of your browser and click on the correct tab. Step 6 is to download the PDF. You are now ready to print out your forms. Simply click on Download PDF. You can then print your forms out onto your printer.